and welcome back. So this part is for the installation instructions. Now, probably the easiest bit, you'll just want to copy and paste the following installation instructions that you see on the HackMD doc into each of those SSH sessions. Additionally, if it's helpful, I can also paste these sessions below in this description. If any of the VMs ask to restart any of these services, just press the return or enter key on your keyboard while that terminal is selected. This may take a few moments, so feel free to snack on your favorite snack in the meantime. Awesome. Now that each of these keys are done, let's add our SSH keys to each of these VMs so we can go ahead and clone down the necessary resources. Once again, we'll need to do this step for each of our VMs, so we'll start with the first one, the database VM, in the list, and then rinse and repeat for the remaining VMs. To generate an SSH key, execute ssh-keygen-t ed25519-c, and then your email associated with your GitHub account that has access to this repo. When the terminal prompts you with enter file in which to save the key, just press return or enter on your keyboard. Under enter passphrase, empty for no passphrase, we would recommend using passphrase, preferably maybe something short. So this would be the time to go ahead and put something in. You could keep it default, you could keep it to nothing, but that's up to you. And when we're setting things up later, if you do decide to use a passphrase, this is analogous to adding a keychain. And you'll likely be asked to enter this passphrase again. Then to start up an SSH agent, execute eval, and then in quotations, $, open parenthesis, ssh-agent-s, close parenthesis. And then we'll want to edit our .sh/config file, which you can open up with Vim. I've also been nice enough to have the echo commands here, which you can more than readily welcome to copy and paste in the terminal, which may or may not make your life easier. That's up to you. Just edit whichever way you like. And to confirm that this file has been edited properly, go ahead and execute cat ~/.sh/config, and that should print out properly. And now we need to add the SSH key, so we can just do that with ssh-add ~/.sh/id_ed25519. But great, now we need to communicate to GitHub the public part of our key. You can go ahead and read out the public part of the key by doing cat ~/.sh/id_ed25519.pub, or whatever you called it from earlier. So this would be a good point in the process to rinse and repeat this whole SSH key section for each of the remaining SSH sessions before proceeding with the following steps. But after printing out this public part of the key, we can go ahead and open up GitHub in our browser. We can head to settings, then on the left-hand side, we can head to access, and then SSH and GPG keys. And we want to click on the green new SSH key. Under title, let's give this SSH key a representative title to the VM. If we stick with that first VM, let's call this something like AWS-database. In the key box, go ahead and paste the output from the cat command from the first SSH session from earlier, and then click the green Add SSH Key button. At this point, you may be prompted on the first time of you entering an SSH key, you may be prompted for your GitHub password. Go ahead and enter it. Boom, you've added an SSH key for that first VM. So please go ahead and repeat this process, communicating the SSH keys to GitHub for the remaining SSH sessions. After adding all of the SSH keys to GitHub, we now need to verify our key is added. And each of the VMs execute ssh-T git@github.com. If any prompts come up prompting you with, are you sure you want to continue connecting? Go ahead and type yes. Bam, you should be good to clone down all the content we will need now. Let's save this portion though for each of the individual sections. We'll see you there.